and thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me featuring my luxury beauty favorites so far. If you tuned into my previous video, I talked about how I ended up choosing these as favorites because there are so many beautiful products that I've used so far this year as well as in the past. But really, these are the things that I'm pulling for most frequently out of all of them. And some of them are new to me products, so that shows how good they are that they jumped to the front of the line that quickly. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're gonna go in with one of the first, I think, surprises of this because I just recently picked this up, but I've been so excited to use this and so many of you had recommended this to me. So we're going in with the TATCHA The Silk Sunscreen. Okay, so I'm shaking this up really well. And I don't know how this is going to look on camera because I have not used it on camera yet. I've only used it in real life. I love how it just really evens everything out. Since it is a mineral sunscreen, we're gonna get a little bit of probably more of a white cast on camera than I get in real life. I'm pretty generous with this as well, which means probably gonna pick up another one soon, but it really is my new favorite SPF. Going in with the Sublimage L'Essence de Teint. It just looks so beautiful all the time. I think I was most surprised that the wear on this was so nice. Of course, this Shiseido brush remains a favorite. I love this one. I think I mentioned it before, but the brushes that I love, if I really love them, I have two of them. So I have two of these. And I think most of the brushes you'll see today, I have duplicates of. Going in with SISLEY's Under Eye Concealer in shade 4. Nothing has beat this yet. Another favorite, we've got the CdP Concealer Brush. Maximizes the amount of concealer applied, doesn't absorb anything. So a little goes a long way with this brush. Actually, a little goes a long way with this concealer as well. That concealer has lasted forever. And you can see the SPF didn't really throw the color off on the foundation. Maybe a little bit on my forehead, but otherwise it looks really good. La Prairie, this is in shade 4. CdP Concealer in Mocha. We've got the CHANTECAILLE Next Generation Eye Base, and this one is in medium. Next up, CHANTECAILLE's Perfect Blur Powder with the Buff and Blur brush, which I have two of also. I have two of these brushes. Yeah, I wonder if it's a little bit more dewy than normal because of the TATCHA product underneath. My CHANTECAILLE Lip Potion remains a favorite. Next up, the Charlotte Tilbury Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. And this is in the shade 2 Medium. I love it with this Kabuki brush. Actually, that was kind of a nice combination, the TATCHA SPF and then just going in with the bronzer. That was really a simple, easy kind of face makeup while we were traveling. That was a nice combination. Okay, and then let's go in with brows. We've got the DIOR Show Onset Brow in 32. Then Florasis Eyebrow Pencil. This is actually a new way for me to do brows too, by doing the gel first and then the pencil, but it works out really nicely for a more natural look. Okay, I'm a bit torn on the eyeshadow because I feel like I use this one all the time, but I'm consistently impressed with it month after month, year after year, I guess, at this point. So we're gonna go in with this, but let's use it a little differently. I'm gonna take this and put it all over the lid, and then I'm going to go in with another product that I've been using on repeat. Okay, and then I'm going to take Elephant. This is the one I've been wearing nonstop. I'm going to take this just using my ring finger here and applying it because that's typically how I'll apply this, is a little bit in a rush kind of situation. And I'll also carry this in my bag with me in case I ran out of time, and I just apply it really easily, just like this. Such a simple look. I'm gonna go underneath with the same elephant. This is a luminescent eye shade, by the way, if you haven't seen it before. And I do love this. I brought this with me on my trip as well. The CHANTECAILLE Sunbeam. It's the Sunbeam Cheek and Eye Shade in Ray. I'm going to take a little bit of that coppery tone and just add that to the center of my lids. A little glow. I'm going to add a little mascara and see if we need to do anything with the eyes. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see once I get mascara on. But I'm going to go in with CHANTECAILLE's Faux Seal Longest Lash Mascara. Okay, so this is just the mascara on, and I think I'm gonna skip eyeliner and just go in with this Eye Kajal by CHANTECAILLE in black. Just a tight line, because sometimes I get mascara in that area anyway, and it just evens everything out. Also, it makes the lashes appear thicker. So that's the difference. I think it just looks a little bit more, I don't know, tidy. Going in with one of my favorite steps. This is the CdP Luminizing Face Enhancer, and this is in shade 1-8. Taking this ROEN powder brush, just going to dust it on first. Oh, this is another thing I've been doing. So instead of going in with concealer, I go in with the TATCHA SPF, and then I take this powder and I just apply it in front, and it kind of conceals. So I don't know if you saw that, but I didn't put that much CdP concealer on, and you could see a little bit of darkness, but when I add this, it kind of just refracts the light. Not kind of, it does refract the light, so I get that additional bone structure highlighted there, as well as a distraction from the dark spots underneath. It doesn't cover them, but it does distract the eye. So that's another way I've been using this, is just that TATCHA SPF and then going in with this, and then not putting concealer on. Let's go in with this blush. This is number 72 by Chanel. It's a lovely, lovely color. I'm just gonna add it as a pop of color though, on the cheeks first. And that's another thing this CdP product does, the face enhancer, luminizing face enhancer, is it kind of does what the, oh gosh, the limited edition Chanel blush with the star on it, that kind of diffused more intense blushes. This does a similar job, actually, now that I'm talking about it. So this is going on a little bit more sheer than it normally would. So it gives you time to build it up in case you have a little bit of a challenge controlling blush like I have all the time. Yeah, like I can lose control of a blush sometimes just because I enjoy applying it so much that I'm not paying attention to the overall result until it's too late. So this allows you to build it really slowly, because this is kind of an intense blush. And then going in with the Valentino, I just realized this is eye to cheek. I've never really used it on my eyes, maybe in a demo, but I love it for this. I love just blending in other blushes with it, kind of buffing everything in. It's really pretty and has a touch of warmth. So if something is a cool color and it's a little too cool, this warms it up. Just a small touch of blur powder. A bit of that luminizer again, just down the center of the nose. Also the inner corner. Going in with a lip now, I'm going to go in with Tea Rose by CHANTECAILLE. It's a lip chic, and I'm going to go in without liner first just so you can see it. That's what it looks like without a liner. So I love this for every day like this, but for a more put together look, I'd like to add the lip liner in Natural. So we've got the lip liner in Natural here. And then we're going to go in with Tea Rose. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I wanted to add a fragrance, and I really have been pulling for this one, gosh, since early spring. The Basilico and Fellini. I think the scent is just so sophisticated, but it's still light at the same time and also really clean. So that's why I keep pulling for this one. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other. Stay well if you enjoyed this video, If you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.